Hello and welcome to NDTV Profit, joining us in this special broadcast where we're actually here at the offices of Dream 11 in BKC, Mumbai. Office for a few more weeks is what I understand, but I have with me Harsh Jain, the co-founder and CEO of the company. Harsh, after a pretty long few weeks or months that have been spent in trying to figure out, there's one big court case that the result has not been that great, has not been very favorable. What are these companies going to do next? And you were first out of the gate, or at least in the press, you were first out of the gate to come out with a financial services app. But now you're talking about an entertainment platform and exiting the gaming sort of concept entirely. Tell me a little bit about what the thought process has evolved like over the last few months, and how is it that you're approaching this new idea?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me. I think that the last few months have been a lot of like soul searching, thinking how do we pivot now from what we were doing to where we can continue adding value. And we went back to our roots. In fact, in the office is about like we're moving from BKC back to Worli, where we were for I think for 14 of our last 18 years, before just moving to BKC. But we went back to thinking, why did we start Dream 11? And that was to make every match more exciting. That has always been our mission for Dream 11. And if fantasy sports and the freemium version of fantasy sports has been struck down by the government as they don't want it, and they passed regulation and law that says that we don't want it, and PROGA is a law now. We don't want to do that. Yeah. Obviously, we can't do it, we don't want to do it. And so we said, what did Dream 11 do that made it work? And the fact was that Dream 11 basically enhanced a match. It made every match more exciting by making you an active participant. Instead of just watching TV or watching a match, you could now actively engage and feel that you are part of it in a bigger way. Today's day and age, we find that everyone is watching a match alone at home because the internet has perfected the art of watching the match on your phone or on your tablet or on your screen, TV screen, connected TVs. And so we're all watching alone. But we all want to watch together. But no one has the time. Yeah. No one has the inkling to go create a plan, go like we used to create with going to a pub or a bar or a club or a friend's house. We don't do that anymore. So we said, okay, how do we allow people to watch a match alone together? I know it's paradoxical, but that's the problem. And that's why we saw that the new generation really wants to connect with their friends and loved ones over video calls. So how do we get video calls to integrate with the sports match in a way that they can enjoy watching that sports match together with their friends from the comfort of their home? Okay. And that's what the new Dream 11 is about. Okay. You aim to be a second screen platform, right? I'm trying to understand why that second screen, because even 10 years ago, everybody wanted to be the primary screen. Yes. But now I think there's this aspiration that how can I keep you distracted enough from your original activity? Yeah, I think the second screen experience is something that's always been there. Yeah. Like at least for me, whenever I'm watching sports, I might be watching it on Hotstar, but I'm opening CricBuzz and I'm seeing the scorecard, some commentary, what's happened, who's coming batting, who's gone before. So we're always using a second screen because the first screen is not something you can control. The first screen is something that you're just passively viewing. The second screen becomes your active engagement and control. And that's why Dream 11 succeeded, because it actively engaged you in a way that you could pick a team, you could see how you did. Today, our second screen now pivots from gaming to watch-alongs. Now you can have your favorite creator watching the match and watch their excitement, their raw passion, energy, their expressions as they go through this roller coaster emotion of watching sports. Yeah. And that's what we want to bring to every household. Watch-alongs is something that has been immensely popular worldwide in many other places. Twitch is a great example of a streaming platform for gamers. Yeah. People love to watch other people playing games and talk about their feelings and what they're going through. Gen Z today wants raw, unfiltered commentary. They want commentary which will have a bias, which will have a standing, which will have favorite teams and favorite players and have an opinion on everything. And that's what I think they'll find in Dream 11.
So when you're talking about creators coming on the platform and creating the kind of content that your audience would like to engage with, firstly, how is that process going about bringing these creators on your platform, because they already exist on other platforms and they're fairly comfortable doing that, versus which will be entirely new. The other part of this is also bringing people in, because you have in the recent past talked about curbing budgets for specifically, let's say, marketing. So how are you getting your customers on board with this new?
So fortunately, we've been continuing free-to-play fantasy since the real money gaming ban, Proga ban. We've been continuing free-to-play fantasy, and until we pivoted our product, because of which we already have 20 to 30 million people who come to our app every month. Just because they love fantasy sports, they want to play for free, they want to compete, they want to feel connected with that sports match. Now that we've launched today, actually right now, we've launched Dream 11 with watch-alongs. We're hoping a substantial portion of these 20-30 million people that come to make their team will also like to watch along. So we don't need a marketing budget. We already have millions of people that can hopefully convert. If they convert, we'll be like a startup. If our users convert and they like what they're using, they'll tell their friends about it. And there the virality begins. So of course we'll have some marketing budget internally to just tell our user base, because we have a fairly substantial 250 million users, not all of whom are active, many of whom think that Dream 11 was only RMG. We have to remind them now, we have to tell them and inform them that gaming is done. Now we're a second screen sports entertainment platform. So please come and try out something that you liked about Dream 11. This is our new product. Please try it out.
You've famously, as compared to the rest of the industry, which immediately reacted with pay cuts and job cuts, you famously retained your entire workforce at Dream 11. But you also talked about the fact that some of these people will be redistributed into other projects that are part of the Dream 11 umbrella. Tell us a little bit about that as well.
So we wanted to have Dream 11 going back to a startup, because it is a startup again now, a young startup. And so we had 1,000 people working on Dream 11 earlier, but now for the new version we needed less than a couple hundred. So now we have less than 200 people on Dream 11, but this winning team, this team that has done so well to build Dream 11 and to create a great product, is still a winning team. And we want to make sure that we utilize them to solve so many other problems in the sports and other spaces in India. So we said, look, what can we do if we have 800 people who are A players and capital and a 300 million user base across all our portfolio companies. And there were things like sports AI. We've launched Dream Play, which helps you rate how good a player are you with like paddle now and then other sports coming up. Instead of self-rating, AI can rate you. So now I know I'm a 52 on paddle. And so if
is that a good or bad one?
I don't know. If you tell me, it doesn't have to be good or bad. But I know that if someone tells me they're a 40 to 60, I'll want to play. But if someone's a 20 or 80, I don't want to play and they don't want to play.
Our skill levels don't match.
And this is what is a big problem in playing sports. Matchmaking and figuring out how to play, how many people are there in a basket which you will enjoy playing with. So there are many such examples that we want to solve for, and we've redistributed these 800 people into 8 different startups. And so right from fintech to sports AI to fan code, which was already doing well as a sports streaming platform, Dream Set Go, which is India's premium sports experiences platform, Dream Cricket, which is said to be India's largest AAA mobile cricket game, and Dream Sports Foundation. which is our CSR to give back to sports, along with our latest venture of Horizon, which now is just opening up in Dreamlearn's entire backend for free forever.
Okay, I've got two more questions. One is on the fintech side of the story, because that was the first piece of information that came out right after the RMG order. But entry into fintech was something that you tried with the UPI app, but then now with Dream Money, you're looking at other kinds of investments and supporting investment for people. There was also talk about you applying for licenses for discount broking businesses. So I'm just trying to understand what the thought process there is, because why financial services and why specifically this?
Yeah, we don't want to be another Me Too. It's like, there's enough going on in fintech and enough companies. And GFF is a great, Global Fintech Fest is a great example. You go there, there's 1,000 companies from India, amazing.
Good.
UPI is probably the best fintech created on the planet for payments in that sense, right, by the government and exported now. We're here to actually add value there. We have 300 million users on our platform, a lot of whom actually don't have financial literacy. And that's why we believe we can add value as a trusted brand with those users, as someone that has access to them and has access to their data. We believe we can actually offer those users an opportunity to get into like micro investments, to offer them seamless payments, to offer them easier ways for borrowing money. We want to get into investments, payments, lending, and tomorrow any other fintech applications which can add value to this hundreds of millions of people that are not serviced today. Today, out of our 300 million users, probably the top 100 million are serviced, but not the long tail yet.
All right. One final piece of, you've talked about, I saw one of these taglines that went with can't stop, won't stop for Dream 11, but I also wanted to get a sense about, this is sort of a comeback effort for the company. How are your investors seeing this comeback?
They're hoping it works. But yeah, the investors have been very, very supportive. They've understood that this was not something where we got beaten by competitors or, our product didn't work. It's something where regulations decided one day that they want to go against what we were doing, and that happens. And I think they've been very supportive about the fact that we're trying to rebuild now from scratch and add value back to the same sports fan base that holds us in high esteem, or we'd like to think so, from our users that have used like over 100 million active users. And we think there are amazing sports opportunities in India. The one thing that we can say about India is that it is truly a land of opportunity with the amount of problems that we can solve for at the scale that we can solve for. And given the fact that we have the capital, the talent and the user base, I think we have a very large advantage over what we started out with in 2008. So we want to use that to just give it our best shot, and I think our investors have been very supportive.
Super, Harsh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.